Hi, this is Warden Air 1111. Thank you for watching another video of mine. Thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing to my channel, to my videos, and to everyone who's been getting personal readings. If you're interested in a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description below. Also, as a link to my Instant Go. Just a reminder, I'm only taking orders between now and October 18th midnight. After that, I will be not taking any personal readings between the 19th, and I'll be back on the 30th. So just be aware of that if you're interested in a personal reading during that time. I may still be doing one question, three tarot card readings, but probably not every single day of that period that I won't be doing personal readings, but just some. Yeah, so I hope you guys have been doing well. This last week, I feel like energetically, I've just been feeling so drained by other people, and I think I've started to realize that I really, I know that I'm an empathic person, but I feel like I've been really realizing the last several days like how much I am taking on other people's energies, and then I'm just like drained and then getting headaches around certain people, and it's just like, whoa, that's a lot. So just trying to work more on protecting my energy. Let me know if you guys have been feeling this as well, like picking up on other people's energy even more so than before, and like really being impacted on it. It's like not even knowing like where this is coming from, but yeah. So yeah, this reading is going to be a reading to see, I guess, like a divine masculine 3D life reading, which is one of the spreads I do on my website for personal readings. But I think it would just be a good way to kind of check and see what's going on with the divine masculine with different aspects of their life. So if you haven't seen this reading or gotten their personal reading like this before, I'm going to get 4 cards basically to see what's going on with the divine masculine. I'm going to start off seeing what's going on in their overall energy right now, how they're doing regarding their divine feminine, divine counterpart, what's going on with the karmic situation. Again, it could be a person, it could just be a work situation, a friend, um, anything karmic that they're needing to really overcome right now. And then at the end, I think I'll pull another card at the end, either like a advice card or something like that. I'll see what it's feeling like. So yeah, I'm going to be using my Osho Zen Tarot cards to do this. Divine Masculine Energy. I've also been getting like card activations this last week, and I'm starting to get one now. So let's see what's going on with the Divine Masculine. Okay. So this is going to be energy of the Divine Masculine, energy of the Divine Masculine with their Divine Feminine, energy of the Divine Masculine with their karmic situation. Okay, so underneath the bottom of the deck is the control card. So I feel like Divine Masculine is definitely, you're trying to get in control, you're trying to regain control. Whenever I get this card, I always think of a video game like a controllers. Like if you're in an arcade or something and you have the controllers at either side of you, you're trying to like strategically almost like look at certain things and regain control, regain your authority, because you may have been feeling recently out of control. You may be feeling like, I don't know where things are going. Either someone else is having control over you, or you're feeling just like a lack of control from your own point of view. So let's see what's going on. So the first card is going to be energy of the Divine Masculine. Okay, so we have a ripeness. So with ripeness, it's like your energy is like, it's almost like an excitement is what I'm feeling. Like something's just about to happen. It's like when you're waiting on a project, like when you want to announce something and you get so excited and you don't want to do it prematurely because you don't know if the project or whatever it is ready yet, but you see that it's getting to that point where it's about to be ready. So I feel like you're checking your own progress with a certain aspect of your life, and you are just ready to talk about it. You are ready to pursue something full force or to do something full force. So let's get a card to see what this is about. And I also feel like this is like the development over time, divine masculine. Like your new aspects of you have been like slowly budding, and now it's like they're coming into full bloom and it's becoming ripe and ready for you to really take on new aspects. So if you're becoming more attuned to your intuitive side, to your feminine qualities, to, you know, acting on your gut feeling, acting on your heart, speaking your mind, speaking your truth, those things are really coming, pushing more and more to the forefront. And it's clear that it's like, okay, I've just got to do this. I've just got to go for this. It's almost time. It's basically time for me to start living this new truth, pursuing something, making something my new normal. So what is this ripeness card about for the divine masculine? Okay, Ace of Wands. Like I said, you're starting a new chapter. You're like, it's almost ready for a new start to have a new start to happen. So now with this Ace of Wands, it's like, I've got this passion, I've got this energy. All of the pieces are almost aligned. I'm ready to pop. I just need to know, need a few other pieces to the puzzle, need a few other things to come through so that I can really let go and pursue something or do something. Bottom of the deck is the World. So again, you're ready. You're kind of aligning yourself, like I mentioned, aligning all the pieces in your life and getting ready to say, okay, the world is kind of mine for the taking. This fruit is ripe. It's ready for me to do something about it. So what is this Ace of Wands about for the divine masculine? Okay, so the first card we got is the Death card. So definite changes going on. You are, like I said, I feel like some of you, this is definitely like you're making something your new normal. You are fully saying, you know what, I tried to kind of go back and forth or not really commit to something, but I need to just pursue something full force. So things are definitely changing. I also got the Temperance card. So again, things are getting into balance. Again, because we got the World card at the bottom of the deck, things, you're learning the lessons, things are coming into balance. You are balancing how you feel emotionally and the actions you're taking outwardly. So again, that listening to your intuition, listening to the feminine qualities, expressing yourself in different ways. We also got the Page of Swords in reverse. So I feel like, again, with this ripeness and this Page of Swords reverse, like you're checking on something to see if it's time, to see if it's ready for you to do whatever action or make whatever change in your life. And it may be not quite the time yet, but you're checking and you're like, okay, I got to make sure things are aligned. I got to see what's going on. For some of you, I do feel like this does involve your divine feminine with this Page of Swords and the ripeness and the Death card especially. You may be waiting to be like, oh, is it time? You may be even waiting for like Scorpio season with this Death card, or like Sagittarius season with this Temperance card. You may be waiting to see if it's time, if it's the right time yet with this Page of Swords and the ripeness card, and then be like, okay, it's not quite time yet, but I'm so excited, I'm so ready to do this to have this new chapter start, that I keep checking. Because I know everything's going to change. I know everything's going to get better. Everything's going to get more balanced. And yeah, bottom of the deck for that was the Six of Pentacles. So having that equal give and take, having that balance of what you're willing to give and what you are going to receive. But I feel like this is a lot about giving for some reason for the divine masculine for your current energy. Let's get another card. So what is this Ace of Wands about? What is this Ace of Wands about? Okay, the moon. So it's about following, your inner desires, your inner dreams, and making them real. Realizing that that's the key. Like I said, listening to your intuition, listening to your gut feeling, that feminine energy. I feel like that's really important right now. Okay, so the other card for clarifying ripeness, we got the letter, which is about communication. Um, the bottom of the deck is the park, about social events and being with others. I definitely feel like this is about, for some of you, divine masculine, your divine feminine with this letter. It's like you are ready, you're checking up, you're like, what's going on? Is it time? Do I need to send a message yet? And it's like, no, it's not quite time. I'm waiting for something else to happen, and then I'll know that it's the real time, and then things will be changing. For others of you, I feel like this is about starting businesses with all of this kind of creative and like energy with the wands and the fire energy here. I feel like you're waiting on a signal to say, okay, it's time for me to make a move and shift something in my career, shift something big in my life. You may be waiting to even give your resignation, for some of you, to say, you know what, this has been good, but I'm ready to move on to something else right now with this letter card coming through. And another 9, or reduces to a 9. I feel like also with this, for those of you who you are thinking about changing careers or taking a new job and you're just kind of waiting for the perfect time to do so, I feel like you're also excited because you know that once you make this change, you're going to be doing something you're more passionate about. So it's like that's that anticipation, that excited energy of like, okay, should I do it now? Should I do it now? Should I release the news that, I'm ready for a big change? I'm going to somewhere where it's going to provide me more balance, where I feel more aligned on an emotional aspect, and I feel more fulfilled. It's getting me closer to my dreams and what I feel passionate about. So that's what I'm getting for the energy for the divine masculines currently now for yourself. So we're going to look at the next card, which is going to be the energy divine masculine with the divine feminine. So we have experiencing. Okay, so I'm just taking a closer look at this. So with this experiencing card, like the woman, I think it's the woman in the card, it's like her eyes are closed and she's like embracing the tree, almost like rubbing the um, bark of the tree and like really feeling and using all of her senses to get in touch with what's going on around her. Also with the I don't know if you can see that there. Also with the bottom like of her cloak, it's like the different chakra colors. So I feel like divine masculine with your divine feminine, right now you are like feeling so in tune to your divine feminine. Like you are feeling her or him, you're dreaming about them, you're thinking about them, and it's like I almost feel like with you and your divine feminine, you both are like experiencing the same thing, even though you may be in different environments. So I feel like your chakras are getting aligned. I feel like some of you may have some type of kundalini experiences that you've been going through recently, but I feel like you are experiencing and feeling so attuned and so aligned and connected to your divine feminine right now. And it's like not just with like looking at pictures or looking at text messages or talking to your divine feminine, but with your eyes closed, it's like you're being transported and feeling so connected. So you may have been experiencing lots of dreams about your divine feminine recently, but more than that, just I feel like lots of synchronicities and just overall you feel connected. It's like feeling like someone else is beside you and there's no one there. That's what I'm feeling. You are feeling divine masculine. So let's get a card for that. So with the experiencing, what is this experiencing card about? Divine masculine energy with the divine feminine. Divine masculine. Chariot. Yeah, and this is like, again, I'm just feeling like the emotional balance that's going on with this white horse and the black horse. You're feeling so aligned. I feel like you just made really a lot of progress recently with feeling the energetic connection and recognizing the energetic connection for how strong it is and how real it is between you and your divine feminine. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of dreaming, a lot of like I feel like someone's with me, or even reflecting back and remembering back to the energy of when you were last around your divine feminine and like re-experiencing that again, like realizing what it was. Now the bottom of the deck is the Star card. So again, I'm going to go back to the dreams and stuff like that, but more than that, it's like now that you're feeling so strongly this connection with the experiencing and you're like, oh my gosh, this really is like nothing else. I feel so aligned. I feel so connected to someone who's not near me. I'm touching this tree, but I still feel so connected to my divine feminine. It's making you want to go forward. It's making you feel a certain like feeling of this person is my balance, is my mirror, making you want to really go forward and heal and fix any things that maybe in the 3D were not going so well between you and your divine feminine, because now you're kind of recognizing the truth and strength and like just a heightened awareness of the energetic connection. And I don't want to say it in a way where it's like divine masculine, I've never been aware of this, because I feel like you have, but I feel like it's just kicked up a gear. um Again, I don't know if it has to do with any planetary things, but it's like it's kicked up a gear and it's like drawing you more and more into these conscious realizations and wanting to be around that energy of your divine feminine again. So let's get another card for the Chariot. What is this Chariot card about? What is this Chariot card about? There we go. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, and I feel like it's you just wanting to move things forward. Like I said, you're like, things have heightened, things have kicked up to a gear that maybe it hasn't, you hadn't experienced in the past. And I also feel like with this experiencing card and this Wheel of Fortune card popping up, like I said, it's like you may have been having recent like mental revisiting and like rethinking in your mind about past experiences with your divine feminine, and like going back to in your mind where you're remembering like the touch, taste, feel, smell, all of that, but also again having that heightened energetic connection and awareness on a more 3D level, and it's just making you want to really push things forward and to heal things. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands in reverse. So wanting to not only bring things forward to re-experience these things, but to leave behind any arguments that may have been getting in the way, whether it was yourself and just your ego, your divine feminine and their ego, or between the two of you, if there were any just, petty arguments going on. It's like, I don't want to fight anymore. I want to move forward. What is this little a fortune card about? Yeah. So we have the tulip. So divine masculine is definitely like wanting to go forward, wanting to, progress forward to like, let's get this back on track. I don't want to fight anymore. Bottom of the deck is the Mice, which is about losses. It can be financial losses, but just loss and like things slowly chipping away. And I feel like divine masculine, you may have been in your re-experiencing and feeling that heightened connection and like the strength of your connection with your divine feminine. You may have been feeling like how it slowly chipped away or things were lost in the process, but it's like wanting to make that better, wanting to re-give to the situation instead. So let's get a card for experiencing. For experiencing, wow. So we have both of the women cards from the feminine cards from this deck. And they're like two halves of the same coin. So I feel like the divine masculine has not only been like feeling the strength of the connection to the divine feminine and how like strong a person they are and caring they are, but they're also been feeling a lot of the sexuality as well, feeling the desire, feeling the passion, the lust, all of those type of things as well have been going on for the divine masculine. Bottom of the deck is the bridge, so I feel like, yeah, I feel like this is you going back in your mind about it and wanting to return to those times of not only, it's like, not only the softness and kind of caringness of their divine feminine, but also the passion and sensuality of the divine feminine is what they're wanting to experience and feeling connected to. So if we go to the last card, this is going to be divine masculine's energy towards their karmic. So this could again be a person, they're in a relationship, a person they're not in the relationship, like a friend or a family member, a job, a location they're needing to move from, all of those things. So the card that we have is compromise. So in this compromise card, you can see that there are two people. They look almost like twins, but not quite. They look very similar. And so it's seeing that like in order for things to move forward, it's like someone's going to have to give. But with this compromise card, I always associate it with like realizing where you've compromised for a situation versus where someone else has, and realizing the generally imbalance between the two. So let's get a card to see like what this is about. So what is this compromise card about? I was going to say, and I've already seen Seven of Cups when I shuffled, and Seven of Cups is what came out. So I feel like with this, the divine masculine is like looking, like I said, looking at all of the places where they've made compromises. And they're being like, well, do I really have to compromise anymore? or do I need to just choose a different way, choose a different route and path for myself? Now, the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. So, this may be why the Divine Masculine has compromised regarding a specific karmic situation, because they felt like they couldn't choose. They felt like, their hands were tied. They just had to do what they had to do. And now it's like, well, do I really have to choose to compromise and bend to what someone else is wanting me to do? Or can I choose my own journey? So what is the Seven of Cups about? Wow, and that came right out. So the card that we got is the Nine of Pentacles. So again, do I have to compromise my stability and doing what I want to do to make somebody else happy, or can I go my own way? Now the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. So it's like, do I need to compromise and my own happiness and how I'm living my life and how I give myself to other people? Although this is definitely could be talking about love offers, this could be even with friendship. How I give of myself, how I express myself and like dedicate myself to making someone else happy. If me compromising is going to make me feel less happy, is that what I need to be doing? Like, I feel like those are the type of questions that Divine Masculine is thinking about. Especially given that the Divine Masculine's energy towards the Divine Feminine is experiencing. Yeah, and I just got the Stars. This is about a decision that's needing to be made. And the Stars, which is about dreams. So it's like, okay, I have to make a decision about my dreams and my path and what I want to achieve. Am I willing to compromise that, or am I willing to stand on my own and say, I want to give myself where I want to give myself to? Bottom of the deck is the Fish. So wealth, success, it's like, if my success is dependent on this decision, like what decision am I going to make? If my personal happiness and feelings of stability are at stake, like what is the choice going to be? What is my final decision going to be? They're realizing, Divine Masculine, you're realizing with this compromise card as well that, maybe you have been having some imbalanced relationships or imbalanced situations in your life, and seeing how that you haven't been, or it hasn't been an equal compromise. It's just been maybe you giving too much or you taking too much from a relationship. But either way, it's like needing to fix that situation, needing to decide how you want to live going forward. Now we have the Rider, which is about coming forth with a message. So I do feel like you'll be making this decision and letting whoever know about, what it is you're going to do. Okay, Justice card. So you're going to be balancing the situation. You're going to be like, if the scales aren't balanced, if we can't deal with the situation where there's no guilt involved, or there's no mind games involved, then there's like nothing else to say. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords, because I don't want to stress out about it. I don't want to overthink, be feeling like I'm blocked or guilted into certain decisions. That's just not going to work. Yeah, it's like Three of Pentacles. It's like deciding how do you want to build forward. And it looks like you're going to be deciding that, there's certain things that have been preventing your actual growth. Underneath that's the Six of Wands in reverse. And the Judgment in reverse. It's like, that there are certain things now that you haven't dealt with that you need to regarding this karmic situation. And you needing to make that choice. Like, Is my happiness more important or someone else's? So what I want to do is I'm going to get an advice card, I think, from one of my new decks, which is the Hip Chick Tarot deck. It's got really cool artwork, and it's like an interesting take on some of the cards in here. So we'll get an advice card for Divine Masculine. Advice for Divine Masculine. See if anything wants to come out. Any advice for the Divine Masculine? Any advice, Divine Masculine? Okay, maybe nothing wants to come out from this deck. Okay, never mind. Okay, advice. So 3 cards came out here. Okay, so we have the Four of Think, which should be the Four of Swords. So I feel like with this coming out as advice, I feel like you're needing, as you make certain decisions, just to make sure that you've really thought out like where it is you're moving for, like what it is you're wanting to leave behind and what it is you're wanting to move towards. Now, I also got the Four of Earth. So also this would be like the Four of Pentacles. So, and I feel like these go together. It's like think about what it is you're building towards, Divine Masculine, what it is you want, whether it's a goal, your dream job, going somewhere, traveling somewhere, you know, fixing up a car, whatever it is. Think about what it is you want to build toward as you are making decisions right now in your life. And I think you doing that is really going to be beneficial to making sure that you're going in the right area. So those are your advice cards, Divine Masculine. I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments if this reading resonated with you. Again, I'm only taking personal readings through October 18th, and then after that I will be away until about the 30th of October. Yeah, I'm interested to see the comments, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.